And we come now to 0 hour 30 Universal Time. In the news at this hour, officials in Iraq say at least 12 Iraqis have been killed in violence across the country. In the worst incident, at least 4 civilians were killed when a bomb exploded near an eating place in eastern Baghdad. More than 20 others were injured. The continuing violence has increased appeals to form a national unity government, but Kurdish and Sunni Arab politicians refuse to let current Prime Minister Ibrahim Ajafri head a new government. They say Mr. Ajafri has not done enough to stop religious violence in Iraq. Afghan government officials say security forces are searching an area southwest of Kandahar for rebels. The officials say the rebels may have escaped from a battle in which 41 Taliban fighters and 6 policemen were killed. The governor of Kandahar said the battle took place on Friday. The fighting was the most intense in recent months and lasted all day. A United States military spokesman says American-led coalition forces supported Afghan soldiers in the operation. In a separate incident on Saturday, a Taliban attack killed an area governor in Helmand province, west of Kandahar. Palestinian policemen briefly seized a government building and blocked roads in the Gaza Strip on Saturday. The police covered their faces as they protested delays in receiving pay. Officials say the protest shows growing concern about loss of international financial aid. The Hamas-led government already is 2 weeks late in paying 140,000 workers for the Palestinian Authority. Western nations cut off aid to the Palestinian government after Hamas took control last month. The United States and the European Union say Hamas has not met demands to denounce violence. The group also has refused to recognize Israel's right to exist and to honor peace agreements. Arab leaders have urged the Palestinian Authority to accept an Arab proposal that calls for the Palestinians to offer peace to Israel. In exchange, the leaders propose that Israel withdraw from land it has occupied since 1967. Palestinian Foreign Minister Mahmoud Zahar met with the Arab League Secretary and Arab government representatives on Saturday in Cairo. Mr. Zahar said after the meeting that he would carry the information to Palestinian officials. Israel has rejected the proposal in the past. Saudi Arabian Crown Prince Sultan bin Abdulaziz arrived on Saturday in Islamabad, Pakistan. He and President Pervez Musharraf were expected to discuss defense cooperation and economic ties. They also are expected to talk about buying weapons systems. Saudi Arabia is the largest oil supplier for Pakistan. The Saudi government also gave the most aid to victims of the earthquake last October in Pakistan. You are listening to the news in VOA Special English. Police in India say 9 people have been arrested on suspicion of involvement in deadly bomb attacks on Friday in Indian Kashmir. The attacks in Srinagar killed 5 people and wounded about 40 others. The police say the suspects are linked to the banned Jaish-e-Mohammed militant group. Several Islamic militant groups in Indian Kashmir have been fighting for independence or for union with Pakistan since 1989. The future of talks between the Sri Lankan government and Tamil Tigers is unknown. This comes after an announcement that rebel leaders have cancelled meetings with their leadership. The rebels had said that the meeting on Saturday was important for planned peace talks with the government. A negotiator for the rebel group told the Associated Press that rebels would not attend peace talks in Geneva without first meeting with the rebel leadership. In another development, military officials say a powerful bomb exploded on Saturday near a military bus in northern Sri Lanka. At least 4 soldiers were killed. Several others were wounded. In Italy, the apparent winner in the recent general elections is demanding that Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi admit defeat. Romano Prodi also says Mr. Berlusconi must apologize for his accusations of dishonesty in the voting. Mr. Prodi's coalition appears to have won a very close election in both houses of Parliament, but an Italian court still must confirm the results. Official confirmation is expected early next week. And the International Organization for Migration is warning that thousands of displaced ethnic Dinkas have only a few weeks to return home. The organization says the Dinkas must return to southern Sudan before heavy rain delays their trip until next year. The organization says about 4,500 Dinkas are trying to return home from Darfur. And so, briefly now, here again is the major news of this hour. Officials in Iraq say at least 12 Iraqis have been killed in violence across the country. Palestinian policemen briefly seized a government building and blocked roads in the Gaza Strip on Saturday to protest not being paid. And the future of talks between the Sri Lankan government and rebels is unknown after the rebels cancelled a meeting with their leaders. So ends the news in VOA Special English.